Do do do. It's good morning, New Hell City. It's good morning, New Hell City. My name's Fire Demon, and I'm such a sexy little baby. Wee 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 wee. Cassidy can't have me because she's old. Oh. Anyway, welcome to Good Morning, New Hell City, our podcast for everything now at this point. Today we're going to be talking about the recently finished, what is this, fifth NHC Cryptidverse RP, The Dating Game. And here to talk with us, we have some of the cast of The Dating Game. Please introduce yourselves. We have Leah,
It was
Swift, Zozo, Zoe.
Hello.
So,
I'm just letting you know in advance I can't stay long.
I know.
My phone is very low. Plus, there's a Gartic phone game going on, so I want to be here real quick to get some answers and then just head over there.
Okay, so introduce your characters.
Hello. Hey.
Hello.
Oh
my gosh.
Oh boy.
I'll go.
Go first.
I'll have Cody Barker go.
Yeah,
because he was the
most
winner
important.
anyway.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. When I found out, when Cassidy was like, "Oh yeah, I choose Cody."
Sorry.
Mm-hmm. I believe so. I'm not sure. But hi, I play Cody Barker. He's a shy guy, and he won, which I did not see coming. Or did he?
Yeah, did he? Did he really win? Swift, who did you play?
I play Trevor Freda, the son of Juris Mendelia Freda, and then older brother to Serafino.
Of course.
And basically uncle to Milagros. And then basically he also appears in Seven Sins, by the way. Another version of him appears in Seven Sins. So just so you know.
With Swift, it's never just one character. It's this character who's descended from this character, who's descended from this character. Anyway,
yeah,
your turn.
I mean, just wait until you find Star Glitcher. Oh my god.
Your turn, Leah.
Oh no. I played Michael Corks.
Yes.
Or Mikey.
Or Mikey.
Or Mikey. You could call him Mikey, since there were two Michaels.
And the other Michael's
Speaking
here.
of two Michaels.
Is here also, if her mic works correctly.
Yeah. I'm going to be completely honest. When I was making the cast of my character, I tried to make sure I wasn't copying anybody else's names from any of the RPs, and yet still somehow missed that there was already a Michael.
Totally missed it.
Oops.
That was great.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
I was running on zero sleep when I made the character. I was just trying to make sure I would join the cast as soon as possible. So I'm sorry.
Good job. Okay, Zozo, what is the question you have? Because I know you won't be here long. So what is your question?
Okay. Huge spoilers. I know we're going deep to the end. It's the whole. So for the obituaries, for the people who don't know, in the obituaries it mentioned how there were multiple fetuses inside. Now, Fire, you did explain how the fetuses were formed, but they didn't go through. Mm-hmm. So now here I am thinking, so you're basically saying that when the fetuses died, she kept them inside?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like
First of all, she would be dead by now, because you actually cannot do that in real life without either dying or being sick.
When have the Cryptidverse RPs ever been true to real life? Of course.
I'm just saying, that's a fun fact of the day.
Remember that shoot. The doctor does insane shit. He literally put someone's head with an animal and they came back to life. So I'm pretty sure he could make people live with multiple fetuses.
Yes, it's
that's a fun fact of the day, though. If you
Okay.
keep the child inside, the dead child inside, that is really bad.
Yes.
That's just really bad health-wise.
Very, very
I'm not going
bad.
to go into the details.
I like
But
to
Very,
yes,
very.
okay.
I like to think
So-
that this is like being transmitted and you are just giving a fun fact to like a lot of spectators and they have to hear a fun fact about
Really
people dying
fun
to dead
fact.
fetuses.
So
It's
Really
a
fun
somewhat
fact
fun
of the day.
Anyway, so from what I get, every single attempt, every fetus form is in.
yeah,
I
disgusting.
mean, it wasn't as graphic as Fox, but it's like just the idea of having like.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure this is not the only man that she has been doing this. If we're going for the dating show, they probably have been doing this for a long time. Probably, if they have been
Mhm.
like specifically like cable and stuff, thinking that for years. So they
Well,
were.
we don't.
Sorry.
We don't know how long they've been doing this though. We
Yeah.
assume. I'm gonna assume she's been doing it since she was younger. But why is
Yeah.
the simulation in a '60s show? I mean, I could understand just calm them, but still.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, like.
Hmm.
But
so,
yeah, though.
So as far as we know, at the very top of the thing, it is just a 60 show, and everyone's just signing up to be in a 60 show, and it's innocent and fun. What did you all think of the?
Yeah.
Because I set it up as it is not a horror RP, and I said that no one will die, which is different from previous RPs. What did you all think of the breakdown?
I was suspicious
Very
as all hell.
suspicious.
Yeah,
I was suspicious of two things:
Like,
the Luis
Anything you
and
say,
the
Fire, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I cannot trust you
and the
anymore
South
because of what
American,
happened in
the
the
South
box.
American thing, the
Yep.
sponsor. I was
Yeah.
like,
I was
because it
just-
was a separate line. I was so fucking like, why would you put a sponsor that does add nothing? Until I
It just
realized,
confirms that. It just confirms that the Helvix are like greater scope villains in this
yeah,
entire
and they had
Cryptidverse.
created the vines. But yeah, that's another tag. Yeah, but the Bregon made me realize about the South American cruises and the cruise. So that's the
Interesting.
two things
Yep.
that I noted.
Interesting. Yes.
Mhm.
Was everyone
The
like?
entire time,
Go
What?
ahead.
the
Good.
entire
Huh?
time I was like just waiting. The entire time I was just waiting for somebody to die.
Well,
Yes.
no one
Too.
I mean,
died.
technically,
me
like
too.
the audience got killed because Minican. But
So
Yeah.
I suppose none of the main characters died.
oh yeah,
So
I asked
here's
to
no
post that by the way
reason.
too.
Yeah, I like to think that Cody, when he left, they found him and he's home and he's safe, and he just sort of brushed everything off and went back to working at Courtney's Convenience. How many help
And
you?
then, I mean, like after that particular dating game incident, after he was found, Serafino has just become more protective of his older brother. He's just like, okay, no, like he's just like, no more dating for you. I just,
Ever.
and it's like,
Yeah.
and then but then I don't think like, well, considering what happened back towards the end, though, I don't think he would stay single for long.
So
After that, Michael's staying single forever.
What?
So
Yep.
so
Need something?
you all get to the dating game. What are your thoughts? Do you guys have game plans when it first starts? Like, what are your do you guys have theories? Like, what ends up happening for you all?
I mean, I guess my
Okay.
theory was correct.
Me and
My-
Swift already had a theory. The first
Yeah.
interaction between Cassidy and Royo. And it was because you made them like super friendly to each other. Like they fucking knew each other. And
Yeah.
we're like, why did they act like they knew each other that much if that's just like, a presentation and someone that wants to find a date? That's the first
Yeah.
thing that triggered me off.
So we have our host Rollo, who comes in and he's very excited and introduces the dating game, and he introduces the beautiful young 22-year-old Cassidy Taylor, who is
Young.
a young
I have to
bride
ask
bachelorette.
though. I have to ask. I know I asked her multiple times, but how old is she actually? Out of pure curiosity, if you could name any age.
Who knows? I can't tell you.
Older than
Just
22?
I'm not going to tell you. I'm actually not going to tell you. I do have a number, but I'm not going to tell you.
So let me
Um,
guess, 69? That's why we're talking about. It has to be 69.
Let's go with that.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Let's go with that.
Yay!
Yeah.
So
she's
yes,
like
you meet Cassidy. When you guys saw Cassidy's picture of you, you were like, ooh la la.
Funny enough, it was funny how she brought up Cher in one of the songs.
We're not there yet.
Yes.
We're not there yet.
I thought, no, I'm saying I thought she looked very Cher-like.
Oh yes,
That's
fair
what I
enough.
was saying.
Fair enough. Yes, fair enough.
And Cher in particular is famous for staying the same throughout the years, looking the same throughout the years, even if
Someone's getting some
like magic.
connections. But we'll get there
Yeah.
too. We'll get there too. So
I am already,
so
I'm
the
already
first-
going to have so many things on you.
the first round. So it's broken up into rounds, and
Yep.
and the first round is I don't even remember. What was the first round?
Dawn.
I don't remember. It was
It's
a
like-
question.
Was it,
Everything was a question. I don't
I'm
know what you
looking.
expect.
yeah, I forgot what this.
Yeah,
It was what would you do on our first date? That's what it was. It was first date questions.
Yeah.
So
First date questions.
So
It's
yeah.
funny. It's funny because like Trevor for all of his efforts, like he says failed first dates. It's precisely because he never arrived to them on time. Like if you like in his profile, he says that his dislikes are getting late. So he gets late to every single one of them because of something inconvenient happening to him. So
I'm gonna be right back.
Poor Trevor.
Yeah.
And so this is the first time you all have to roll 1d5s. How did you all feel about that?
So it's just like
Good. My rolls were good.
Yeah, you
yeah.
had great rolls. So I actually kept a
Ooh.
record of everyone's rolls, and I will
Yeah,
give you
I
that in a
realized
second.
I realized that because
It was
Cody was the only one that actually never got a one. I
That
remember
Yeah.
that. Like,
is
Yeah,
actually not
I
correct.
think.
Cody's first
Okay, I
roll
think
was
I
a
got
one.
1-1.
Cody's first roll was a
Okay.
one, but never got a
well,
one
okay,
again.
in the questions,
Yeah.
I mean, in the introduction, I forgot because you made us for introductions. But really, did that affect things? Because I don't think so, right? The introduction was just for the public, right?
Which one was just for the public?
I mean, the introductions, did they mean anything? Because, like, I was confused. I mean, they introduced themselves, but why the role?
Why did they introduce themselves? Because it's a TV show. They have to introduce
I mean,
themselves.
Yeah.
no, why did you like make us roll for that?
Oh, for what part? For the
Introduction. Like, why did you make them roll for that?
for the introduction. Now I'm trying to remember. Now I gotta go back. Make them roll for the
Uh-huh.
introduction. I think was it to like give a first impression? Was that it?
first
Maybe?
impression, I think so.
I guess it was a first impression. I don't even remember doing that. Yeah, it was a first impression. Okay, I'm reading it
Okay,
now.
that makes sense.
Yes. So she was like giving her first once over impression. So oddly enough, Cody made the worst first impression and ended up winning, which is interesting.
Yeah.
So how did you all feel about round one of the date questions? They basically ranged from, where would you take me? What would you do if I lost my wallet at the restaurant? What would you do if I lost my key? How did you all tackle these questions based on your roles?
So I'm just like, like how did I tackle these questions? It's like, I was just like thinking, okay, how would Trevor respond to this? Like, so I'm thinking that I was thinking like I just base my answers on the roles themselves, of course. So I'm just like, okay, he better give the best answer to all. Like he has to give the best corresponding answer to these corresponding roles. I'm just like, okay, so it's this answer and then that answer. But generally, Trevor's answers are based on wanting to like make his date happy.
True.
Yeah.
True. How about you, Zoe? What did you do?
Or what?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Oh, sorry.
You're okay.
Sorry.
the problem with
I'm
two
so used to
Zoes.
Zoe too.
I was trying to also do it based on the roles, but I was also like trying to incorporate his personality, but that did not work out. So it just like showed off his worst traits because he would have been a gentleman if his roles were better.
So let me tell you Michael Smith's roles. Michael rolled a 4, a 1, a 2, a 2, and a 2, bringing his score to 11. Michael Smith ended up getting 5th place in this round. Or 6th place.
Yeah.
Sorry, 6th place.
But basically, he was like the best. Wait, who was the best first impression? Was it him or was it
Him and the
I
two
had
Michaels.
one
The two
of them.
Michaels. The two Michaels had the best first impression. They both rolled 4s.
and he actually got the worst rolls, I
Yes.
think. Apart from the other Michaels that got like a 5 roll, and then they got one chance.
So I'll do.
Funny thing, it's
Yeah.
just like you get the worst impression, but you actually win.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Cody's were 1, 2, 3, 3, 5. Which is so
Wow.
funny. With a 14 and
I
Cody.
feel like
Cody ended up
I
tying
feel like
for
it was like
first.
it's like escalating for him. It's like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, Cassidy recognizes Cody more and more and more. So it's just like, oh.
Victor ended up well, actually not Victor. Trevor ended up getting a 3, a 4, a 3, a 1, and a 4, bringing them up to 15. Trevor ended up winning that round.
Yeah. Which is like so interesting considering like, oh, like he's never gone this far. So it's just like, oh yes. I feel like originally Trevor's just excited, but then after the strange stuff that's beginning to happen, which will be tackled later, it's just like, okay,
Yep.
I don't know what's going on anymore.
And
so
then,
it's just like,
and then Michael Corks got a 4, a 2, a 2, a 3, and a 2, bringing them to 13, basically second to last place. And then we have the two who are not here. Guy, who had a 2, a 5, a 1, a 5, and a 1, tying for first place. And then Victor, who had a 1, a 4, a 5, a 4, a 1, also tying for first place, which is insane because he was the only one who rolled 2 1s and still got tied first place. So so that happened. So the score was Guy, Victor, and Cody were tied for first, followed Trevor had first place, and then Guy, Victor, Cody tied for second place. Michael in third, and Michael Corks in third, and then Michael Smith in last. So then the second round comes out, and is that the one where they ask about? Is that the families? Is that one?
yeah,
Is that the third
families,
round?
job occupations, and all that stuff.
That's right.
Like it became more personal. It became more personal, and
I was about to suspicious already.
Was this the dancing one?
No, that's
the fourth question or activity. I don't remember.
Oh, okay, because so for this one, you guys I had an added role because this is the trick that I gave for you guys.
No, wait. The second round was how messy we were.
Yeah, how messy.
Oh, yeah,
that's right. Oh, and that's why it was added, because it was based on what you guys said and then what was the truth. That was a good
which
one.
was never brought up again, by the way.
I know. I didn't need
that's
to.
true. Like, how did they go there? That was suspicious. Like, who the hell did they go there? How did they know?
I'm going to go take my my food out of the oven. You guys talk about the how do you guys felt about the rounds? BRB.
All right. So the second round was like the part where things started to get a little bit strange. I say a little bit because, it's nothing compared to what happens later on. Just makes you wonder, how did they manage to get like the pictures of these guys' rooms?
Yeah.
Yeah. So because Trevor's room, by the way, is in his brother's house. He lives with his brother, so he's just like, so that means they needed to bypass Serafino and Milagros. Serafino, Milagros,
they were working for the doctor, so they probably had something.
Yeah, like Seraph. My God. So it's just like, oh yeah, we have to sneak by his freak. We didn't realize there was another person living in his house. So it's just like, I just imagine like that funny scenario where they're just like, they're trying to take a picture of Trevor's room, and there's like, "Hey, who's there?" And there's like, "Oh shoot, make it fast, make it fast, guys, make it fast." And then they take a quick picture of Trevor's room. Yep. Yeah, and they could tell it's Trevor's room because of the fedoras that are laying around and the suits. Those are his. Like, okay. So what about the other rooms? How about Cody's room?
Back.
All right. So the rest of the rooms were like mostly tidy, but then Trevor's room was the only one who was very messy. And then,
I think Mikey's was the tidiest.
So
Mikey's was.
Did I miss anything?
Hello. Well, we just
No, they were talking about the characters.
Okay.
We were just discussing about the messy rooms and all that stuff.
So were
like
you all
room clean room?
Were you all surprised by that? I tricked you. Well, I didn't trick you all, but I pulled out the. Were you lying?
Well, a bit, yeah. But then I guess I told the truth. So
No, because I got the exact same thing. 2 4s in a row.
Honestly, you guys ended up telling. Most of you ended up telling. I think the only person that didn't. Trevor didn't do well that round. Yeah, Trevor did not do well that round. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, it's fine though because it's just like, oh shoot. Trevor's just like, oh my god, I did not clean up my room before. But now that I think about it, that was unintentional foreshadowing because he hasn't cleaned it up since that day. He vanished. So it's just like,
there you go. So then she ended up asking you all questions about your families, and these are the scores that we got. So the first two are added together. So I added the scores of, I don't know if I added or I must have added. Anyway, so I have Trevor's is 3, 3, 5, 2, which equaled 11. Michael's was 8, 4, 3, 1, equaling 16. Cody's was 6, 3, 3, 5, equaling 17. Victor's was 8, 4, 5, 3, equaling 20. Guy was 5, 1, 2, 2, equaling 10. That's not equaling 10. Yes, it is equaling 10. Yes, it is. And then Michael Smith, listen, I didn't go to school for math. I went to school to do math. Michael Smith's was 7, 2, 1, 3. So in order from best to worst, Victor won that round, followed by Cody, followed by Michael Corks, followed by Michael Smith, followed by Trevor Freda, and then finishing with Guy Walters.
If the Michaels teamed up, we'd be unstoppable.
Dance stop.
If only.
If only.
And speaking of dancing, I don't know if anyone's
dancing.
No.
The best round. I got 3 5s in a row. That's what I remember.
I personally enjoyed that round.
There was a lot of 5s, actually.
I hated it. I don't do dancing.
But you ended up being good at it. That's the funny thing is that Leah hates dancing, but Michael Corks ended up... Did you win that round? Oh, you got second place in that round.
It was Cody who won.
Cody did win that round, yeah. Cody did win that
3
round.
5s in a row. 3 5s in a row. I will never live that down.
Never. Never.
Trevor's a decent dancer, but he's more of a singer.
So funny. Were you all...
He only stays at his cafe. Just saying.
So what did you all think of the dancing round in which I incorporated music?
I was suspicious of the songs.
Interesting.
Yeah, we're gonna go over the songs in a second.
Here's the thing. Now that it's over, I'm sort of thinking about a certain part, and it involves endgame spoilers, but it's just...
Well, okay.
Do you mean spoilers
so let me just...
movie, like the movie, or the endgame of the role play?
Let me
clarify.
Let me go through the songs. Del Shannon's Runaway.
Runaway.
The Beatles song Help. The Beatles song Run for Your Life.
They're coming to take me away.
The creepy Napoleon song They're Coming to Take Me Away. And finally Cher's Dark Lady. Which one of those does not belong?
That was so creepy.
Dark
Like-
Lady.
Yes.
Dark
Dark
Lady.
Lady.
Yeah, all
That's the thing that confused me with Rolo, though. Because can I say what happened, or do we have
Yeah.
to wait?
Now you can go. Yeah, you can talk
Oh,
about
we
it.
know.
Okay,
Everyone knows,
so
actually.
Rolo is actually Dennis,
Mm-hmm.
We know
and
that.
Dennis is in the 70s with Cassidy.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing is, he doesn't know who Cher is, but even though he lives in the same time era as Cassidy, so he should. That part, I sort of like, is that a plot hole I found? What is
No,
this?
so I will tell you
he
what
was
that.
probably
Go ahead.
he was probably trying to like play in character.
Well,
He was probably trying to like stay in character or something.
Dennis isn't a man of culture. He doesn't like Cher, sadly.
yes, that's it.
Oh.
No, what he was trying to do was he was trying to tell Cassidy that he doesn't know this song. Do you get it?
Because
He actually does.
she chose the songs. She was the one to choose the songs.
She was
And he
choosing.
was basically was saying, Cassidy, I don't know this song.
Yes.
And he was trying to act like the part.
Wait
Yes.
a
Oh,
second.
Mhm.
Dennis was
Yeah.
against Cat. Oh yeah, because he didn't want another man. Oh my gosh.
Hello.
Oh,
That makes sense now.
The wires have been connected. But
Yeah.
here's the thing, though. Have these people heard
Wait,
of
what?
was artificial insemination a thing in the 70s or no? Am I dumb?
It wasn't really
Okay.
a thing. It happened. Let me find that article. That
I'm confused.
let me
Because
find-
here's the
I'll
thing:
tell you in a
if
second.
that existed, nothing would have happened. I'm just saying.
Yeah. If
'Cause
they
it-
like developed it further.
Yeah, because well, honestly, artificial insemination began in the 1700s. Because I did do some research on this, but it wasn't like a popular thing until obviously nearest our lifetime.
Recent times.
So
Wow.
yeah, it wasn't really a doctor thing. It wasn't like a doctor wouldn't be like, here are your fertility options.
That's again, if that did exist, this wouldn't have happened.
None of this would have
We
happened. Yeah, it would have been great.
Yeah.
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 That's what I was
Or-
thinking towards the end. I was like,
Yeah.
because I'm not smart when it comes to medical stuff, so I was sort of like, was that even a thing? Because that would have, or maybe if
That would've-
Cassidy just
it would've-
accepted adoption.
Yeah. That like adoption or artificial insemination, like the entire conflict, like with taking these men hostage just for their seed would have been avoided had Cassidy just been all okay. There are other options on how to have a kid. That's it.
Yeah, she was.
That's
Yeah, she had some other things going on there that prevented that. So,
My brain has exploded now that I realize. Because here I am thinking Dennis is in on it, but now it's like, wait, he wants it to be his baby.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
Mhm.
And I think that's like, and I think he was like really reluctant at that last part. Like, he's just, oh my god, why did you even take these guys hostage, and all that stuff. I don't freaking know what's his alignment. But obviously,
Did anyone clock?
Basically,
Go ahead.
huh?
am I, excuse my
What were
language,
you
but
saying,
I don't know
Fire?
if this is a bad word, but basically he wanted Cassie to be happy, but he didn't like that he was technically being cucked.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
It's
let's,
basically cocked.
Yeah.
That's true. Did
Yeah.
anyone clock the songs? Was anyone like?
The titles.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
would the titles because they're coming to take me away. Like I was too busy being distracted by the other songs actually sounding good, but then you played "They're Coming to Take Me Away," and I was like, "Wait, what?" Started to pay more attention to it.
honestly,
Yeah.
It was like so
worried about
creepy.
the songs. I was more
Yeah.
worried about the date of that last song. I was like, hold on a second. Why is there a song that didn't even go out here?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
also love
Yeah,
that.
and then
that-
like somebody,
What's up, Zoe?
I just love that.
I think it was either Swift or Soph, pointing
Soph-
out that like the Cher song was like in the 70s in the chat. I was like, wait, you're right.
I
Like
love it.
Soph. It was Soph. Also,
It was off, yeah.
Also-
Yeah.
Also, I also like observed the answers of Cassidy, like the date between Cassidy and Cody on stage. Like some of the answers though, like when Cody mentioned Sharon Tate as his celebrity crush, Cassidy nearly made a slip. She
Mm-hmm.
nearly made a slip, and then she was like, "Oh, so you like that? I mean, yeah, she's pretty good."
We'll
Yeah,
get.
what was I
We
gonna
got.
say?
Wait. We got to get there. We got to get there. We're not there yet. We're gonna get to that round. So
She is one of
Yeah.
my favorites, though. I always think she's so pretty.
we'll get there.
Yeah.
You know, look at pictures of her.
So final question on this round. Did you guys know any of these dances before looking them up?
Some of them
No.
I knew. The one that Cody got a 5 on, I didn't know at all. The complicated one. What was it called?
The Watusi. So
Yeah, that's
you all
never
had to
heard that.
do. So you all had to do. I asked you to do, or sorry, Cassidy asked you to do the twist, the Watusi, the swim,
Mm-hmm.
the hitchhike, and
Mhm.
what was the final one? It was freestyle.
Freeland.
Freestyle.
It's a freestyle.
So I did the mashed potato because that's the only one I knew.
It's funny. I did think about the mashed potato, but I was like, I'm going on a song thing, so I can't actually have them play the mashed potato because it doesn't make sense with the songs.
I don't know the dances, so I just came up with it.
But yes, all of those dances are easy except for
and the swim.
Oh, you did, yeah. There you go. The Watusi is very hard, and we used to do it back in the day. But no one, if you tell anyone that I knew how to do the Watusi, I will kill you because I'm a fetus. Oh, anyway, so
You're inside Cassidy.
Most of Michael's reactions to like his confusion on these dancers were like my genuine confusion at that point. Because I literally never heard of most of them.
Yeah, same. But then, of course, Trevor being Trevor, because he works as a performer at the club. He's a singer, so he's just like, okay, I need to do. I think I know some dances, so he just does his best. He just does his best.
So
like does his best. What is it? Yes.
This is also the first time that we see the audience. What did you all think of the audience? This is kind of the first time we saw the audience kind of laughing out of sync with what was happening in the show.
Oh,
It was all a simulation.
Yeah, honestly, I was like, I was thinking, like, why is the audience there and just like so out of sync? Like, it wasn't even like you don't see the reactions most of the time, even.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was only like in the dance of Lolo when Lolo actually talks. When like Lolo's confused, it's like they are just trying to laugh.
My favorite
No,
thing,
like,
my favorite thing was that the only person who looked out into the audience to see who they were was Michael Corks, and he couldn't see anything.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Yeah.
That's true too.
There's nothing there. There was no audience. It was all a laugh track. So so then we get to the next. Isn't that creepy?
That's why they laugh so many times.
Yes, and like
It surprised me.
It was so creepy. Like I was like, if
once.
this was filmed, it would be so creepy. Like if this RP was actually filmed, it would be like,
yeah.
Can you just think about like someone saying something, then just the audience laughing for no reason? Ugh, so creepy. Anyway,
Watch that though. I would watch that. Sounds like a good horror movie.
I think we all would watch that.
I feel like I've seen a scene like that before. Like I know, I just can't remember where I've watched it.
Well,
but
it's actually
happened.
I will tell you where it's inspired from. This is the one thing that I was inspired from. There's a David Lynch movie you can go look up on YouTube. It is very creepy. It's called
David
Rabbits.
I mean, it's
Yes.
It's David Lynch. Of course, it's going to be creepy.
It's very creepy. So
creepy
Rabbits,
or confusing.
Rabbits is sort of this. It's this weird movie where you just see a bunch of anthropomorphic rabbits, which are basically rabbits that walk and talk like humans. They act like humans, and they're on some sort of TV show. And so every time they say a random thing like "I'm gonna go to the store," all of a sudden the audience claps, and then they're like, "I'm sad." And the audience goes, ha, 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 ha. And the audience keeps doing things out of sync with what's happening on the thing, and it's really creepy. Anyway.
It looks creepy.
It's very creepy. You should watch it with the lights on. Yep, that's it. Zozo just posted a picture. Yeah, rabbits.
You should watch it with the lights off.
Yes, go watch it on YouTube. So we take a commercial break, and then the current score for this is...
Yep.
Oh, first I should say, give all the individual scores for the dances. So Michael Smith got a 4, a 2, a 2, a 3, and a 1, coming to 12. Guy got a 3, a 3, a 1, a 5, a 1, and a coming to 13. Victor got 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 15. Cody got 5, 5, 2, 4, 5, 21. Michael Corks got 5, 2, 4, 1, 5 for 17. And Trevor got 3, 3, 3, 4, 2 for 15. So,
Yay.
so in order from best to worst was Cody, then Michael Corks, then tied for third was Victor and Trevor, followed by Guy, and once again Michael Smith in last place. Poor Michael.
Poor Michael Smith.
Instead of just saying the last name, why don't you just call it Mikey?
Oh, that's right, Mikey and Michael. So poor Michael.
Okay.
Yep.
Poor Michael. And this was the last time
He wasn't.
I had you all roll. So your final scores in total, I will tell you all. I will go from I'll go from worst to best. So worst was Michael with 36, followed very closely by Guy Walters, who had 37. Trevor Freda with 41. Michael Corks with 46. Victor Lewis with 49, and Cody Barker winning with 52. So that was
The dating game.
total scores of the dating game.
So was that the
My child
score
got
that sort of
third. I am
influenced the final
proud.
thing?
Yes, I will. So
Okay,
yes,
so no matter what we said during the dating segment, whoever had the highest score would have won.
correct. So whoever had the highest score
Oh,
would,
wow.
have been in the Cody situation. So
Okay,
yeah.
and I had the highest score.
So
Yes.
the final round is a date with the illustrious Cassidy Taylor. What did you all think about your individual dates with her?
It was something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was like
it was-
Each date that passed, she just like got weirder and weirder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Like, the
first
mask
she
started
was
to
like
fall.
the most
Yeah.
normal thing. Then she was like a bit guarded, and then she started to just be like, "Come on now, I just want to see Cody."
So
And he's like,
yeah.
during Cody's date, something interesting happened that Zozo was about
Yeah.
to touch on. What happened, Zozo?
I kind of don't remember. Let me look back?
You're about to say it. It's about the your favorite.
Oh yes,
your
dead
celebrity
celebrities. That's Sharon Tate.
Yeah.
Sharon
Yeah.
Tate, the dead celebrities.
Well, and the
Yeah.
interesting thing was that this takes place in 1966. As we know, Sharon Tate was murdered by the Manson family in 1969, and
Yeah.
as
I
we
had to
now
double-check
know,
that.
this takes place in the real world in 1972. So someone knows Sharon Tate is dead, and someone does not.
Yep.
Here's the thing, though.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna be so surprised when he gets home. Here's the thing. What was she gonna say? Just dead people? Oh, you like dead people?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
poor Cody.
And another thing about Bert, like the one thing that also tipped me off about Cody's date was, of all people, when she mentioned her celebrity crush, Burt Reynolds. So I was just like he didn't become that famous. He didn't become world famous until 1970. In the 1970s, by the way.
He
Very
did work in
good.
the 60s, though. He did work
He
in
was-
the 60s.
He did work in the 60s.
Yeah, but-
he was not a sex symbol until
but-
about the 70s. So
Yeah.
it was
so
it was
he
it was a
wasn't
little
that.
hint. It was a baby hint.
Yeah. Which I caught on all things because I watched a BuzzFeed video about him.
Yeah, yes, I remember Swift talking about it, and she was like really proud. I don't know if we were in a voice chat or in text, but she was like saying something about it, and she was like, "Oh, look at the actor. He isn't supposed to be a star yet," and stuff like that.
So yeah, how was everyone else's date? Did anyone have any weird things happen?
Well, there was that
Yeah.
one question. There was that one question with Trevor. It's like, do you remember anything before you went on this dating show?
Yeah,
And then he's just like, well, besides my job at the club, I remember my brother, my mom and my brother's family, and my niece. So it's just like, wow, like hidden depths, like above anything else, he loves his family. So it's just like,
And she also asked the
Mhm.
I think
question.
the weirdest thing in mine
Mhm.
was that Mikey was ignored and then asked to dance.
Mhm.
Mhm. Yep.
That was the weirdest one for me.
Yeah.
So she asked everyone who their favorite person was.
The
She didn't ask
weirdest
me.
one
Yeah.
for me.
Also, for those who don't
Uh,
see it, in the lobby, Soph is explaining Victor's backstory.
Oh yes, I will read
Oh,
that.
okay.
Yay.
I'll read that out after we go through this part.
The weirdest one for me for like the dates was like when she asked me what does she do for a living, and then also when she just like stared demonically at Guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or wait, was it Victor? Or...
Wait, I think that was that guy. Who was she staring at? Because at
Yeah.
that point she
No.
was. I think that was Guy.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, it was Guy.
Yeah, she was not happy with him.
Why was she not
Yeah.
happy with him though? I'm just curious.
Well,
because he ignored her in the
mhm.
museum.
Oh,
Like-
We'll
yeah, I
get there.
forgot about
Because
that.
like she was about to walk up to him. Wait.
And then
Okay.
like the reason why Trevor doesn't remember seeing Cassidy is because like he says that he does sing for the audience who comes and goes. So it's just like, oh yeah, he couldn't have seen Cassidy because he was too focused on his job.
Mm-hmm.
Singing. Like, I just imagine like that scene from Birds of Prey. Like, just replace Black Canary with Trevor Freda. That's him.
Yeah.
So,
I love that.
So, Victor does something that sort of breaks the fourth wall a little bit. Victor sort of gets the thing kind of going, and it's funny because Soph actually threw off my plans, which is interesting. Soph is actually the reason why this ended today and not tomorrow. So
What?
Oh,
yeah.
oh.
There's always one of you. One of you always does it every freaking RP. I don't mind.
Yeah.
Plan for it.
I don't mind, but I was like,
Yes.
damn, I had other things to do today. But I'm like, I guess I'm finishing the dating game today. I was like, it's supposed to go for a run, all kinds of shit. So Soph basically, here, let me read the interaction. Let's bring out the next one, ladies and gents. So Victor leaves a seat, and Cassie asks not Soph, Jesus Christ, Victor, what do you do? He said he trickles in politics a little bit, but he's in interior design.
Hey, Victor never had the date.
Victor did have the date, yeah. Victor did have the date. So she says surely he so Rollo's trying to prompt Cassidy into asking other questions other than what do you do, which is what she's been asking each person. And she goes completely off script and goes, "Oh, you're gay because you're an interior designer. That's why you don't like me." And Victor's like, "I don't think I ever said that. What you talking about, Willis?" And then Rollo's trying to, keep up appearances for the show. You jokester, gay doesn't exist in 1966, and and Victor is like, I don't think she's joking.
Messy divorce between Victor. She later gets together with Anthony, 8 months old at this point, so she's raised with the belief Anthony's her dad. However, it was, but then Anita later says, I'm just glad my dad is okay at that last part. So that means she was told the truth.
Mm-hmm.
She was told the truth. She was told the truth because, basically the guilt about Victor disappearing, it was just like, okay, you need to know about your real dad because he's disappeared. We don't know what happened to him. Oof. Yeah. It's like, oof.
Yeah, Victor had a backstory.
Anyway, what happens, Fire?
So
Get into the good stuff. Neat.
So Cassidy puts Victor's proclamation to the test and says, I want you to kiss me right now. And Victor's like, I'm not sure. All right, let's do it. I have Soph roll D5, rolls a flat 1. And completely vindicates Cassidy's suspicions. and she says, I knew it, I knew he was gay. And
But
Rolo's like, let's not get ahead of ourselves. And then she says, you were never interested in me, you interior designer, of course. And then he reveals that he was never interested in her. And then the audience laughs. This is when we're also confused why the audience keeps laughing.
Yeah.
And Cassidy also starts to turn on the audience, asking them not to laugh at her. He says this: I only joined the show in an attempt to make her jealous, Denise, the ex-wife. Regardless if I won or lost, I wanted to make her regret she ever cheated and divorced on me. For my competing mate in the Cairns section. Is that Cairns? Carns? Cairns? I don't remember. Cairns. Apparently it was because she was faking all her orgasms with me. He thought this would be the perfect for a scandal. His win, his current position as mayor, it was all staged, but I don't care about her. All I cared about was Anita, the daughter I mentioned a while ago. Maybe a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
She was my motive all along. All I wanted was to take her away from her and all the lies she's lived. He turns to the cameras, getting the photo out of his wallet. And Anita, when he was much younger, maybe 2 years old. You watching right now, Denise? He said, do you think this is a lie? Do you? Are you going to stop telling people Anthony is her father now? Completely goes off the rails. Everyone, total face crack moment. Complete face crack moment.
I have a feeling.
And that's literally the clue, the final clue of the audience actually, because they were like chicos, they were like, whoa, someone was trying to find the actual good thing. They were just like laugh tracks and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, why are you laughing about this? It's not funny.
And then when this happened, there was also Trevor and Michael, whatever that was.
Because of the scandals.
So wait.
I don't know what you're talking about at all.
Trevor and Michael did something behind a hat.
Huh?
Swift, wait, what? What happened?
What?
I don't know.
What?
Swift,
what?
do you know
what
anything
do you
that happened?
Anyway,
I don't understand.
yes, that happened, and I was sort of in the same boat as Zoe, where I was like, "Hey, Swift was okay with that, right? Like, you just because maybe it's not a good idea to do that without permission or whatever." But anyway,
they planned it behind my back.
But that happened.
No, don't worry, I did ask.
Yeah, because I was like,
so.
But yeah,
So Cassidy looks upset. She says, she keeps calling out Rollo's name. And then Rollo keeps trying to go to commercial like a good TV host. He's like, sponsors, we must get out of this, please. And then, Victor completely goes off the rails. He's having kind of a bit of a breakdown about the scandal. And then Cassidy says, unplug him, Rollo. Did anyone catch this or start to get an idea?
Yep.
Yeah,
I thought you all thought the mics.
That's what I thought.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Honestly, I thought she meant like kill him, just like right on the spot.
Yep.
Like that's what I was thinking.
Well, I mean, you're not wrong. That's what unplugging him would have done.
Yeah, honestly, because they were like malnutritioned on something. So I was thinking, do they mean literally unplugging or just kill them on the spot?
She meant literally. She meant literally yank his plug, and it would have cut off his vitals and killed him.
Yep.
So,
like some Sword Art Online bullshit.
Yeah, basically a Sword Art Online moment. So, So Cassidy is upset. She feels like she's ruining this.
And this episode is sponsored by Sword Art Online.
Yep. Sword Art Online.
8,000 seasons.
Is that how Anita found out? Is what Zoe's asking.
About the whole father thing? About the whole... Yeah.
Me?
Yep. Watch this unfold on TV. Because
so basically what's what said.
Yes.
And then we basically get to the... Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, watch this all this unfold on TV and had to explain.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Had to explain to her daughter, who later found out more. And then I think because of the gap between 1966 and 1972, so 6 years. So Anita had 6 years to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
So
The way I gotta admit, so far from what I've been in, Soph has like some of the best backstories.
Soph does not play about backstory. Soph gets all the
Yep.
way in
Yeah.
deep.
Which is amazing.
So
Yep.
so next what happens is, the audience keeps laughing. Cassie says, "Stop laughing at me." So here's the other thing that I want you guys the hint that I knew no one would get. So does anyone remember when someone's date ended and there was a gunshot?
Oh yeah.
But
They
we
got
just
shot by
that
the
one.
police.
We all were questioning that one
I-
gunshot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Any
That
i-
was the police, wasn't it?
Any idea what that
Yeah.
gunshot was for those who remember the Fox?
Police?
The
The
police.
police?
The
Oh,
police
wait.
and
No, oh,
Wait,
wait.
wait,
God.
wait.
Wait,
Don't
the
you see
fox?
the fox leaving? It was the end of the dating game. Oh my god. Oh,
Wait,
Oh
so
was
my
it happening
God.
at the same time?
it was parallel. It was fucking
Yeah.
parallel to the fox.
Parallel
It literally was
events.
happening.
I mean, wait. We knew it was happening. Wait.
It was Trevor's.
We knew it was happening
I-
at the same time because, like,
and I
the
was the
doctor
first one to
got
point that
arrested
out,
too.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
right.
I
It
was the
was
one to point that out
Trevor's,
because I was like, it takes
date.
place in the 70s.
That
Mhm.
was,
was
the one
Trevor's day.
gunshot. It was Trevor's.
Yeah.
But what was happening in the when Trevor's date was happening? What was happening Fox-wise?
Do you
'Cause I don't
well?
recall.
Do you remember the big gunshot that had to happen in order for the plan to be carried out? Anyone who remembers the Fox?
Wait.
Like,
Stop.
gunshot. That one.
The one shot.
Was it Swift?
That one gunshot.
That gunshot.
I
I
don't
think it had something to do.
remember.
I think it had something to do with Alex. Like, he's just
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
okay,
no.
what is it? Or Dr.
Remember,
Helsvik. He's
remember
just like,
what the doctor said he had to do before the police got there? Well, both of them had to do.
well, just knock me unconscious or something. I will turn myself in. You just pretend to be
All right,
unconscious. Blah blah blah.
I'll give you all the answer. It's when Dr. Helsvik had to kill
They
his
shot
dad.
his leg.
He had to kill his dad.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
He had to
Fine.
kill the creature.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
yep.
So while the dating game is happening, a bunch of people are getting killed upstairs by crazy wolves.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah.
And
Crazy
Wolves.
there's the South American
Precisely.
cruiser too. There's the
Absolutely.
American cruiser
And I was
too.
And
so-
of
Oh
course,
my
we can't
fucking
forget
god.
the one person Chemo killed.
Yeah.
Wait. This is also wait. This is all happening on a ship, right?
On a ship?
Like in a
Oh,
wait. What do you
it's a shipping
You
container
meant-
building. Shipping container building. Not a
shipping
ship.
container building?
So it's not a hospital. It was a shipping container building.
That
The
people.
same.
Yeah. But we'll get
the
wait,
same container.
we'll get there.
Oh god. Okay, I'm thinking. Oh god. Oh
So
god. I just realized the worst.
so
Yeah.
so everyone's confused. What's happening? Machine gun fire is happening overhead. Earlier we heard wolves over the dating game music.
Wow.
Ah, the wolves of the. Oh my god.
Wait a minute. Wait.
Wait,
Wait.
that's why there
wait.
was whining.
Hey, wait. So basically, because I think I now know the reason why, like, the Fox and the dating game are in the same month.
Yeah.
Both of these events were coinciding.
Oh gosh.
Okay,
it's
wait,
so
wait,
good to
wait,
finally
Both
have
of
this
them
out.
were happening on the same building. Remember, there were no stairs. The exact floor they were in. There were no fucking stairs. Why would there be
Yes.
no stairs to the floor? It's because they were in a fucking containment building. Of course there would be no stairs to there. They had to
Hey,
like.
but here's the thing that Swift just pointed out. So there's the whole thing where it's like they take place the same time during the same month. Now that she said that, Truth or Tale is also going to be the same month as the other
But different-
Cryptidverse thing. But that's a whole
Yeah,
different
but-
story. I wanted to point that out.
Okay.
Yeah, like,
Dang it, I wish I'm in.
But-
I wish I was in Truth or Tale now.
I
And
mean,
Dor-
I was. Okay, we know Modman has to relationship with
Whoa,
Doctor
wait,
because of the
let's-
whole, animal thing.
Let's
We-
stay with
it's-
the dating game, and then we'll get to the future
Yeah.
RPs.
That's wonderful.
So,
Yeah.
because we're
Yeah.
almost done. So eventually, the TV completely shuts off in complete darkness, and Cody wakes up and sees a man who looks like Rollo, a little bit different, not as polished, removing an apparatus from him, and Cody finds out he's naked. What were your thoughts about what was happening, Zozo? Were you having theories? What were you doing?
Yeah, I was thinking, oh, they're gonna forcefully I was thinking forceful artificial insemination in a way. So here's the perfect guy, they found him, and then they're gonna kidnap him, and obviously without his permission, get his, the juice.
Semen.
Yeah.
His old cinnamon roll frosting. And so Rollo basically says that we have to leave. Cody turns.
He's confused, by the way.
Cody turns.
Actually, much like me, I'm confused.
Cody turns and sees an elderly lady, also laying nearest her.
Yeah.
With an apparatus on her privates. And also his fellow contestants all nude with apparatuses around their privates.
Oh wow!
How did we feel? Listen. The Cryptidverse RPs always have to have a gross moment. This is child's play compared to what we've been through.
Honestly,
I mean, there
like
was the Fox
this is
This is different
way-
from the Fox.
I mean,
Definitely.
or even the
The
Fergusons.
Fox was more.
Way different, but at the same time, it's parallel to the Fox because we just figured out the connection.
Honestly, it's funny because the 2 times the Fox was mentioned, both of them involve fucking breathing. It's like both of them involve breathing of some kind. It's like it's gross, honestly.
So
yeah, so that's the common theme that was shared between these two stories. That's why they took place like in the real world. In the real world, like in the meta-wise, they took place. We did both of them within the same month, and then it's just like, oh, now it suddenly makes sense because these events are coinciding with each other's.
What does everyone think about the big reveal about this not being a real TV show?
I wasn't surprised, honestly.
Even from the
I wasn't
beginning, I was like,
surprised. There's always got to be something.
Yeah.
What really surprised me was Cassidy being a very old lady.
It's like Resident Evil 7 all over again. I'm just gonna say that right now.
What surprised me really was that no one actually got killed of the main protagonist. They were all alive. I was like,
well,
they didn't die.
Well, we're not sure that they're. We'll see. Zoe, what did you think?
About the whole dating thing, I wasn't surprised. I kind of called it. I knew something was up.
Yeah. Well, I also Taka, Leah, and I. We also knew that something was up on the very first, the moment Cassidy even spoke. So it just
we kind of got the theory down the first day. You kind of were sneaky.
We knew like Rollo and how do you pronounce it? I still can't pronounce it.
Rollo.
Thank you. Rollo. That Rollo and Cassidy were like had
familiar.
something. They were familiar with each other because of how they talked to each other. Was just like so suspicious. We just put it down immediately.
Yeah, we just nailed it down. Like.
And how about you, Princess Zoe?
I was like funny to like going back on the gunshot in the house. I pointed out the gunshot when it first happened, and like he's not here right now, but he was like, that's probably just like something that the host does as like a race thing, but instead to just like call off the next round. And I was like,
Listen, Shy took.
I'm still a bit suspicious, but okay.
Shy took one Cryptidverse off and just completely forgot how this works.
I was like, Shy, did you forget that every detail matters?
Get your head in the game.
Everything matters.
Shy.
And then it like all happened.
All of a sudden.
Oh no, now I'm worried for me. I'm not gonna be in the next one.
So
then
By
the
the way-
house happened.
so
Then you like mentioned it was like specifically Wolf House, and it was like, wait
Wait a minute.
Some pieces were starting to connect.
So they start to make their great escape. They hear police upstairs. Cassidy basically takes Cody. Let's go. Dennis is like, wait, I gotta shut this down. And then I make everyone do a D5 roll. How hard did your butt clench?
Besides me.
Did your buttholes clench?
I was,
was like-
a bit worried. I was like,
I was
what are you going
not
to do?
okay.
My heart literally raced before I rolled because like
My heart
I was like,
stopped.
no for having
Okay.
terrible rolls.
I didn't
Yeah.
race. I didn't slow down. It stopped.
I was
By the
shocked
way,
by how
I
these
don't
rolls
mean-
went.
oh,
Go ahead, Zozo.
I'm very sorry to interrupt.
Uh-huh.
You
My
know what
phone
I'm
is at
surprised
15.
about?
Wait,
Sorry.
Zozo, go
How
first.
no one was
Zozo, go
actually on my side this time.
first. Yes.
Uh-huh.
What were you saying, Zozo?
Sorry. My phone is at 15% and I have to go do guard to phone. I'm very sorry, but I'll give the basic rundown. Cody, I've said it before, I've hammered it in people's head. Cody was gonna stay with Cassidy just for the baby, because he said multiple times he didn't want to end up like his own father, so there's that. And once he found out there was no baby at all, he was basically like, bye bitch, and went home.
Yep. That's how
But
that
yes,
works.
I have to go.
See ya, Zozo.
Thank you for answering my questions, and thank you for the ever wonderful RP. Oh, hi Nolan, I see you in the audience. Goodbye, people.
Hi, Nolan. See you.
So,
So, Lassie,
yeah.
you
Yes?
want to explain the fedora thing at the end?
Yep. Let's explain
Alright,
it.
let's do it.
All right. So, what
Not
basically
yet.
happened is...
Not yet.
what?
Not yet.
Okay, what? Not yet?
Not yet.
All right.
When are we
Not yet.
explaining
Okay.
this? I feel like now is a good time.
No.
Yep.
No. Continue.
Like
Fire.
all y'all did was kiss.
Yes.
All right.
Take your time.
All y'all did was kiss.
Take your time.
So,
They literally told you. Oh my god.
Anyway,
Yeah, they
So-
guessed it right,
all y'all
actually.
did was kiss.
so Dennis is arrested. He sees a man in a lab coat in handcuffs heading down the elevator. They said they'll get the next one. Cody and Cassidy decide that they're going to run away together. How cute. We love love. Love wins. That's
Yeah.
what they meant by when they said love wins, right? So then we get a 1 day later. First of all, we figured out that everyone has survived, which is the first time
Yes.
everyone has survived. Congratulations, everyone! This is the first full party survival.
Yes, finally, a character that has actually survived my cast list.
Which means
I
now
don't know
we
with Dorothy and...
now we have to have a
Cryptidverse surviving.
Yep.
we now need to have a TKO. So
No,
next time we
please
have a
don't.
TKO.
What's
So
that?
total
I forgot everything.
TPO be total party wipeout. So this one, so what happens is everyone pretty much is perfectly okay, except for it seems that Michael Smith has basically I looked up what happens if you lay down for a long time. Total party kill. Thank you, Nalam. So I looked up what happens when you lay down for a long time, and actually you can survive for quite a while laying down. Of course, you get bed sores, and your muscles atrophy. But one of the big things is pneumonia. So I basically described that Michael Smith's water had entered his lungs.
Oh, God.
And so that's why he was breathing very heavily. And Victor Lewis was suffering from a little bit of brain damage, because what happens if you're just laying down for a long time is that, of course, obviously the arteries close up, or they get, there's no blood access. So essentially, it leads to a lot of bad shit. But they ended up surviving. Everything's okay. So here's the news report. 1 day later. News from Sweden. A police arrested 28-year-old Dr. Gunter Helsvik, son of famed Johan Helsvik, a man who went missing in 1996, who was found waving a gun in an unmarked office on the 8th floor of what appears to be a shipping containment company. Adding more to the mystery, the 5 of the 6 missing Australian men were found held prisoner on the floor below. Michael Corks, Victor Lewis, Michael Smith, Trevor Freda, which I spelled wrong, it's fine. And honestly, it's the news, so they probably would have done that too. Guy Walters were found alive. Smith and Lewis suffered from pneumonia and significant brain damage and are recovering in a nearby hospital. The men went missing the same year Johann Elsbeck in 1966. Having gone missing 6 years, there were searches done in all their respective hometowns in Australia. The camera cuts to two little girls, one named Anita, saying, "I'm just really happy my daddy's okay." And then one named Mila, being held by his dad. "I'm happy my uncle is okay. I missed him." Did you
Milagros.
did you all gag at the me remembering who your favorite person was?
Well, I'm not
surprised.
Because
my character wasn't even part of it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, so it's just like
I thought about
about
who would talk to the news based on people, like, because it was so I wrote down everyone's favorite person. One was like Michael Corks had like a best friend, so it was like I don't know that a best friend would talk to the news. And then Guy had an orphanage friend, so it was like he probably wasn't super in contact with him. So I figured mothers and daughters, people who were like
the best friend was. Hold on.
Yeah. So there's Anita who just found out about her out about her dad, and then there's Milagros. Milagros was being held by Serafino. Oh my god. I just love I'm just gushing at the mere mention or the mere appearance of him. It's just like, oh yeah, he kind of looks like a mafia man. He looks like a mafia man, and then he's holding his daughter. He's holding his daughter in his arms. He's just like, yep, I'm just glad my brother's okay.
The camera then cuts to a middle-aged woman, Mrs. Smith, saying, "We just about given up hope." Yeah, she gets emotional, but my son is okay, and he's in the hospital right now. And they say he'll be okay. Zoe, Princess Zoe, how did you feel about
honestly how?
Yeah.
That's exactly how my mom would react.
Oh, that's cute. That's really cute.
Yeah. I'm just the one thing I'm glad about above all else, like now that the backstory about Victor has come out, basically Victor got the last laugh because Anita was finally told the truth about her dad. So I'm just like, yes, yeah, that like his ex-wife deserved it. It's just like, yeah, right.
Yeah.
This
I like how Dr. Mandak thing finally solved a dispute of politics. It's like fucking serious when you have to do this kind of stuff for them to actually announce it in the news.
The reporters,
and then it's just like,
go ahead.
It's I'm just like so happy for Anita, actually. So happy for Victor and Anita. It's just like, yes, finally, like knowing, like this is really heartwarming to me, considering that I watched a movie last night about how like there's this ghost of this lady who was in an arranged marriage to the son of a politician and all that stuff, and then stuff happened, her life became hell, and then she was accidentally killed by that politician husband of hers. Yeah.
I have to say the best friend's name of Mikey.
Yes.
Well, hang on. What was the name? Let me go back to my notebook. Hang on 1 second.
But yeah, I'm just
it's Jacob.
Jacob. Okay.
Okay,
so
let's go.
So the reporter says missing still is 32-year-old Cody Barker, who went missing the same time as the others, but his uncle still has hope. Can I tell you guys? It took me like 5 minutes to come up with a figure 32. I was like, he's 26 when it starts. Add 6. I was very wait, one.
Oh,
I was
my
counting
God.
I was like counting on my fingers. I was like, how many more? Okay. Oh, I see. Uncle Barker says, I'm just hoping and praying for my boy to come home. He's a good person. Whoever has him, please just let him come home safely to his family. He's done nothing to nobody, so please. And then I have Zozo roll a d5. And she rolled a 5. Had she rolled a 1, she would have been killed.
Oh, God.
Yeah, she would have died.
Oh, so lucky.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So everyone really survived in this one.
And had she rolled a 2 or a 3, or definitely a 2, maybe a 3, I would have had Cassidy leave him behind, or them get separated.
Wow.
Yeah.
Isn't that good though? I don't.
Sure. I mean, yeah. I mean, good. Depending on how you look at it, good. But I mean, technically, based on what Cody wanted to be with her under the guise that she had a baby.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
yeah, no.
So Cody and Cassie are sitting in the doctor's office somewhere, possibly in Spain, in a Spanish country. Who knows? He's.
Spanish country.
So she says,
Peru.
I regret to tell you, there's no baby. Cassie's upset. He's like, check it. She's like, check again. Pretty much Cody's like Zozo said, great, peace out, I'm done, bye. So Cassidy gets upset, and she starts to think back about her time, her career as a I don't know, kidnapper.
A man kidnapper.
So
a man napper.
So she remembers back to the doctor's office that she had a while back with her husband Dennis, who they figured out that he's infertile. Or is it infertile? If it's I don't know. His swimmers don't swim, and so Dennis is upset. Cassidy's upset. And she tries to figure out a way to, get pregnant. And we get a little bit of a teaser saying, what that man you're working for, what is he, Swedish or something? What do we think of that?
Wow.
The moment she mentioned Swedish, I was like, a doctor.
Well, it's Dr. Helsvik. No need to question it. We're done.
So that was his connection to getting the mind link machine. So basically, we now go through a montage of all of the ways that Cassidy met the entire cast of the dating game. She showed up with her husband watching Trevor sing. She goes to. This is my favorite one. When she goes to the museum and she's all dressed up. This makes me so sad thinking about this. She goes to the museum, she's all dressed up, and she's looking around. She notices the young worker who happens to be Guy, and she's about to say, "Excuse me," before a really young, pretty girl comes up to him and is like, "Where's the bathroom?" And he's like, "Right this way." That's probably not how she talked back then. But and then Cassie's upset with him and says, "You know what? I'm going to kidnap him because he didn't notice me, like a normal person."
That's also Shandere like.
Yeah, I just don't know like what happened after Trevor sang that particular song at the club, and then he's just like, and then she just tells Dennis, "You take him," and just like I imagine that Dennis saw Trevor being despondent after he was done performing. He's just like, another failed first date. Again, don't know whether I'll get my chances. And then he freaking drugs one of the martinis that Trevor was going to drink. And then next thing you know, he just gets knocked out. Fedora falls off his hat and he's like, okay, time to drag him out. And then he just puts the fedora back on for convenience.
I'm glad you filled in the blanks. I didn't.
Yeah.
And
but then,
how did they get me? How did they
the
get
alternate
Michael?
scenario, though. Like, oh yeah.
Yeah. So
how did they get Michael?
Really, really great question. Because I totally forgot.
Oh wow!
Forgetting
You
about
forgot.
I totally forgot.
Wow. Anyway.
But use your imagination. I'll write something. I'll write something.
Speaking of imagination,
on the rare occasion you had a customer, I guess.
Yes.
Speaking of imagination, I imagined the alternate scenario in which Trevor was kidnapped. He was just like, "Nah, no thanks. I don't need a drink. I'm just gonna go home to my brother. I heard that he was cooking something great tonight." And then, of course, as he begins to walk out, Dennis just knocks him
The real
out.
question is, how did Mikey get kidnapped if he didn't eat the meat?
He didn't eat the meat.
He didn't eat the meat.
He didn't eat the meat.
He discarded the meat. Also, I have made before like the question, like after the question of the cafe thing, of where Mikey worked, I made the list of the cast in that cafe.
Really?
There were 2 chefs, 2 waiters, and a manager.
Mm-hmm.
And they all have names, which I'm so good at coming up with.
Yay!
You really came up with this backstory,
You came-
didn't you?
Mikey, who was the head chef. Verona, who was the manager of Zed Cafe. Karma, who was the secondary chef. Jacob, who was one of the waiters. And then we have Ray, who was also one of the waiters.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
Therefore, Cassidy had met either Jacob or Ray.
Interesting. Yes, I left. I love it. I left most of it up to the imagination. We had, Victor, poor sweet Victor, was forced to go. That was the easiest one. His coworker was just like, go to this lady's house, go to this annoying lady's house, and he's like, all right, bye.
And then Cody's though.
And Cody's very sad one, where she pretends like she needs help with her groceries, and it's late night and it's closing. It's dark in the parking lot. She goes all the way to her car. Who hops out of the trunk? But Dennis, and chloroforms him and stuffs him in the trunk, and there we are.
Yeah.
My question is, how did Mikey get here?
Yeah. Honestly, Guy and Trevor's kidnapping scenarios were the tamest because it's just implied.
No joke, Mikey never leaves the cafe. How?
Use your imagination. I don't know. Anyway, so from the inside of this, oh yeah, that's that thing. Oh yeah, so at the very end, do you guys want to tell us why you guys kissed before we end this?
Okay,
what?
Can I explain it from the outside? Okay, so
You said we just kissed.
Oh god. So
Yeah.
were you guys in a relationship? What was happening?
Just.
Oh my god. This is ridiculous.
It was
they have been planning this for a while.
I'm sure.
I can tell you that.
Yeah. Yep. So, Leah, do you want to break it down?
Why does this need to be broken down? This is so dumb.
Don't worry, Fire. This is going to be a long ride.
A long?
Yeah.
All they did was kiss. Why do we need a long story for this? Can I get?
I am going to tell you why. They made a whole entire set.
Of course they did. Oh my
from
God.
Why did y'all even need to act like this was a
technically,
secret? Like
actually
we
had
were
a lot
literally
more
saying
planned
y'all
for that,
kissed.
but,
You know why it started?
thanks
Okay,
to
Fire.
you,
Do you know why it started?
Oh my God.
Because of the rules. They were thinking that you were going to kill them off camera. Like when the cameras didn't roll, you were going to kill them.
Yeah.
So they were like, if it doesn't happen in camera, I might as well make them gay. And it started like that.
First of all, Mikey was supposed to be gay. I made him that way.
So
and then Swift joined in.
So dumb. This is so dumb.
Yeah.
So dumb.
Yeah.
And then I was like, hey, why don't we make them in love with each other?
Off screen.
Yes.
Off screen. Off camera. Off
Y'all
everything.
signed up to be on a dating show with a woman.
Why would they do that?
Y'all signed
Trevor-
up to be
Trevor
on a
makes
dating
sense.
show with
I mean,
a
like,
woman.
Oh yeah,
Hang
Swift
on.
found this lovely video that was kind of the exact same as what was going to happen.
Yep.
So dumb.
It was a Saturday Night Live video.
Where did you put the link? Is the real question.
All right, I got the link. Don't worry. I got it. I freaking got it. It's
So dumb.
It's actually called Dating Show. It's actually called Dating Show. I'm pasting it right now.
Oh yes, I have seen this one. So go into Bonfire text chat if you want to see it. So dumb.
Yeah,
So-
that was like, basically it's just like, oh well, we lost, and then he's just like, yep, and then they just do like casual conversing and all that stuff. Of course, Trevor's still a bit forlorn.
You
He's
guys
the
didn't
forever sing-
realize the clue I gave you right before the kiss.
Which was?
So, hang on, let me scroll up again. I've scrolled
What was the
up
clue?
way too many times.
What's the clue? I didn't see it. I didn't see it because
So
I was
right after right after Rolo says unlucky, Vic, maybe next time. I put Mikey looks at Trevor and back at Cassidy. He wasn't down at all. In fact, he was kind of happy.
Oh, yes. I see.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good.
Thank you. Thank you.
What would you have done if Cassie had chosen you all? Either one of you.
Well,
we would have just completely declined it.
Yeah.
Really?
Honestly.
They were planning on that.
Wow.
What was even the point of what was
Mikey would have declined it and went straight to Trevor.
Yeah.
No, because see, what was even the point of going on to a dating show?
Well, Trevor makes sense.
If you're
Trevor would have gotten exposure
Mikey
for that.
went on there for the males.
Yeah, like because he was a club singer.
Yeah, I'm like,
so
sounds like a Colton
Mikey
Underwood situation to me.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm just laughing so much.
So,
because you don't know how much they typed out this file. You don't know because I got like invited to this little group, and they were like planning everything. Like they were trying to put a plot hole into your rules that were real, and I was like, I'm just going to watch it because they were making every situation possible. If they got accepted, if they didn't, and what happened if they got killed, and it's like, why? Why are you doing this?
Like, I wasn't awake at that time.
Want to explain what happened behind the fedora?
Wait a minute. So, like, I wasn't awake at that, around the time that Liz... There's background noise, Zoe. I'm so sorry. Okay, so in any case, though...
Fire, when you said we might not have a few minutes to spare, I was just like, oh, geez, I can't wait.
Alright, so I wasn't awake at that time, but I would have written that Trevor noticed Mikey was looking at him. It's just like, oh. He was like a bit despondent, but then he was just like, huh? He was just confused, basically. He would have been all confused. He would have been all like either confused or just hit with bi panic because he was just like, I've been chasing down women all this time, and then he's just like, wait, someone's looking at me? And then that happened. What?
I want to explain why Mikey was on the dating show before anything.
Go for it.
Yep.
We're spending so much time with this, but go for it.
Yeah.
Actually, this is important. This is important. This is important.
Yeah.
Swift already knows. I've told her about this before. But
yep.
For Mikey, his parents didn't accept him for what he was, his sexuality, right? So they made him go on this dating game to find a female. But he was mainly in it for the guys because, oh my god, have you not seen the guys?
Yeah.
Most of them are pretty good looking.
Mm-hmm.
So
he was surrounded by hot men.
I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
So basically what he did was he accepted what his mom made him do.
Mm-hmm.
And if we ever got a hospital scene, I would have added that. Just saying, Fire.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh. I know there's an alternate version where everyone is at the hospital.
You should regret your entire life now.
Had you all won, would you have gone with Cassidy? Either of you? Because it would have been one of you. Or
well, with Trevor, it would have been like, considering what happened to Cody, it's just like, oh god. Yeah. Like, Trevor would have been so freaking be so scared about this entire situation. It's just like, okay, because he did answer in the, what's your opinion about kids? And just like, as much as I love my niece, I don't see myself having my own children. So,
interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. So, we finally get to the end where the TV changes to see Rolo, and he says, "You're a single guy or gal looking to find love. Come take a spin on the dating game."
The dating game.
And the TV cuts off abruptly, and that ends the RP. What did we think of the dating game?
It was awesome.
I was much more interested in the department of actually putting together the Fox and the dating game, as well as the other, like, role plays, because it wasn't only like the Fox and the. It's okay, and the Fox and the dating game. It was as well as the Vines too, because of the South American thing. Or like, how the hell did he put this together from a dating game? It was you made it such a good twist too, because like I was expecting this one to be like a break. No, you just put fucking lore in it.
Wait, Swift?
Yeah.
Didn't we agree that if Trevor won, Mikey would just still give him the lovely thing?
Yep. He still would have told him, yeah, but I still
Yep.
like you. Yep. That's
And
I gotta say,
it's just
this is my absolute favorite one. I think this is my masterpiece. I am.
I will
love
have to say to you that.
I love
mean,
the
like-
dating game. I think it was because I told you all, I said I think the dating game is going to be my favorite one, and everyone's like, why? And I'm like, you will see, because I've been planning this tie-in since, oh boy, since like the beginning. I've been playing this tie-in the whole
wow.
time, yeah. So,
Mm-hmm.
wow. But like,
yeah.
Swift, do you
Yes?
want to explain what happened behind the fedora, or should we just keep it a secret forever?
Y'all
Well-
kissed.
Obviously, you guys kissed. Like, what do you, your alien
Well,
tentacles
okay.
came
You
out.
never know. I mean,
What can happen between
kind of have
two
their
faces?
things, you know. Not
You know,
just
they had-
kissing.
Yeah, it's not just that though. They could have, for all I know, like Mikey, when he like hid his face like in Trevor's behind that red fedora of his, he's just like, what is this? Be mine, something like that. He whispers to him, "Be mine,
Oh gosh.
Be
Be-
mine.
be mine instead."
This is why I was literally screaming. Oh no, she better not take Trevor.
She better not take Trevor. like when I remember you typing down that message, like the moment you saw the flashback scene of Cassidy and Dennis like watching Trevor sing at the club. It's just like, no, she will not take Trevor and all that stuff.
Hey, I'm gonna go straight to it.
Mm-hmm. Gonna go straight to the. Yep.
Okay, so like, once I read it, I went straight to the lobby and was like, no! And then Lassie was like, Trevor! And I'm just like, she will not get Trevor. All
But-
caps, man.
But we
All
know
caps.
she does. So it's like.
Yes,
I mean,
I was
like-
like, I love how Leia's in real time being like, "Don't get Trevor." I'm like, you just played an entire half month of a game where she got Trevor. So,
Yeah.
so,
Yeah, you're right.
Like- Uh-huh.
so, can
I was
we?
like,
Go ahead.
no.
Yep. And it's just like,
My
in all
entire life
honesty,
was
though. Yeah. In all honesty, we wish we could have peppered more clues, but at the same time, you know.
Yeah,
we're-
It
we would have
happens.
had a lot of things going on if you let us, man.
Yeah.
To be
I
fair, you
but-
guys
listen.
over
If I
prepared.
let all you backstory hungry horrors take over the RP, we'll never finish. So I have to keep you guys on schedule.
It will become the Fergusons.
Yeah,
It will
you're right
become the
about that.
Fergusons again.
I'll just have next time. I'll just have a Cryptidverse RP where it'll just be Soph and she'll just write monologues of backstory. But
Yeah.
so
Uh-huh.
Princess Zoe, what did you think of the dating game? This is your
It
first
was, like,
Cryptidverse, right?
honestly, yeah, and my first roleplay in general, so I was
Oh,
like
nice.
really pleased with the way it was handled. Like I could not handle the backstory and everything. Like I was just winging it the entire time, and so I was like really appreciative of how like the pace was. 'Cause
Yay!
I was a novice.
I'm so happy. I love that the Cryptidverse has been some of the people's like. 'Cause it was first Zozo's first one. This wasn't. The Fox was Zozo's first one, but I just love that new folks
Yeah.
are coming in. It's so exciting.
Yes.
My question. Go ahead. Sorry,
3.
Swift. Did you have something to say? Sorry, I stepped on you.
Oh, I'm just pretty curious about what would happen with my first two female characters in the Cryptidverse, Dorothy Jones and Katya Sharapova.
Oh,
Obviously,
we'll get
Dorothy Jones is gonna... Yeah, Dorothy Jones. I'm kind of excited to play as her because, for one thing, she's kind of like Simon, but at the same time, she's also kind of based on... she's also based on someone else. And honestly, she's also named after like a celebrity. It's actually... Dorothy Jones is actually the real name of a famous celebrity here in the Philippines. It's just that she goes by the stage name, but Dorothy Jones was her birth name. So yeah, that's a piece of trivia.
For those who don't know, Swift is jumping ahead and talking about Truth or Tale. But before we get to Truth or
Fire,
Tale,
you should have let me join Truth or Tale.
before we get, there's so many freaking
I'm
characters in Truth or
upset
Tale.
with
It was
you.
too much. I was trying. Listen, if I let everyone join Truth or Tale, it would never end. So
I don't care.
before we get to Truth or Tale, can I get a ranking of the current RPs? We have the Vines. Wait. We have, and I will write it out. We have the Vines, the Fergusons, which I spelled wrong. What was next? Wait, did I miss one?
The Fox.
The Fox.
The Fox.
And then
And
the
then
dating
the dating
game.
game.
Oh, there's only 4. Really?
It was the fourth. Yeah.
It's only 4.
This is why I said it was the 4th Fire.
Oh, that's true.
Yep.
All right, so
It was the 4.
So rank them 4 to 1.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Okay, this is the most complicated actually because I fucking like how you link everything and you made me cliffhanger. So I will put as a tie the Fergusons and the dating game. I fucking like both of them, so I can't decide both of them.
yeah.
Like for me, Fergusons was going to be unbeatable, but you came and fucking put the dating game, and now I like the lore, and we have so much lore I don't know.
Thank you.
And okay, it's literally the same as Leah. It's literally the dating game, the dating of Fergusons, and then the Vines and the Fox.
And Shadow in chat wrote the Fox, the dating game, the Fergusons, and finally the Vines. Princess Zoe writes the dating game,
Wow,
the Fergusons, the Fox, and the
the
Vines.
same.
Wow. I'm happy. This is getting number 1. This is great. Swift says the dating game, a tie between the Vines and the Fox, and the Fergusons. Damn, the dating game is the favorite. I'm loving this. I am loving
because
this.
you actually put Lord. I think that's why. Well, for me at least, it was the connections, honestly.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
And the fact that the Forever Single does have a happy ending. So it's just like, yes.
I'm gonna rank.
I mean, he could
Yeah, go ahead. While I rank.
He's gonna be the cool uncle. Definitely like the forever single cool uncle. The forever cool uncle to Milagros. And I'm just like, yep.
I'm gonna put mine. Let me see. I gotta think about it. Oh yeah. So mine is number 1's a dating game, number 2's the Vines, number 3's the Fox, number 4's the Fergusons. That's my ranking so far. So so we now will have 2 full-length RPs happening at the same time, which most of you are in, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
We have Truth or Tale, which is about the Mothman, and it's gonna be a found footage horror movie, basically where the crew of a show called Truth or Tale are going to see what's going on in West Virginia, find the Mothman.
West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home.
Soph's
country roads.
Everyone's gonna be singing that the whole time. Soph's ranking is the dating game, the Fox, the Fines, the Fergusons. So it seems like the dating game's a favorite for everyone. Good job, everyone, except for Shadow. And then the next one is Enemy of the State. Oh, Truth or Tales, by the way, set in the 90s. And Enemy of the State, which is set in the 20s, is about...
Wow, that's the oldest, right?
The oldest one we have so far. The premise of that one is that there is a resistance group in Soviet Russia, Soviet Union, who have been kidnapped, or not kidnapped, but they've been caught by the authorities and are being sentenced to live in a correctional facility. They are all teenagers, and we'll see what happens to them in that old jail. What do you all think of the new RPs?
I am really interesting on the Enemy of State because, like, I can see how the Modman will go, but the Enemy of State is like 6 people, and that's it. What we know, apart from the Soviet Union thing. So I am really interested in that one.
And then there's the part about the greatest fears part. My guess is these guys are gonna experiment on these teenagers' greatest fears and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And
We'll see.
And on top of that, it's like, oh wow. Well, I'm just gonna challenge myself with writing Katya on this one because this is concerning about being isolated in a correctional facility.
Yes.
So,
So Truth or Tales is going to be a little bit more cohesive in terms of like people are going to be together making a show. Enemy of the State, we may have a little bit more isolation. So it might be more single days where we have one person RPing for a while before we move on to another person and that sort of thing. So should be quite the challenge. Should be interesting. I'm excited.
Yeah. It's going to be a challenge.
How are you gonna show? How are you gonna show like the cryptid for like the RP after these two? Cause like isn't Enemy of the State's cryptid in July?
It's actually it's June's.
June.
It's June's. So
the Mothman's was May.
Yeah.
Real life fears actually.
Oh right.
Yep. So should be interesting. I'm excited for those who are in them, and then come sign up for the 7th Cryptidverse RP.
I'm gonna be ready.
depending on what it is, I might. Depending on what it is.
Yes, we love it. So thank you all.
Lassie?
Yep.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yep.
What is happening?
3,
I am.
2, 1. There's more gay coming.
Or gay coming.
Oh God, you guys are ridiculous.
Oh my God.
Anyway, thanks you all for joining us. I'll see you all next time for more Good Morning New Hell City and more podcast and more RP.
When will the podcast be?
When is the next one?
Yeah.
Oh, we have on Tuesday. I'm just listening to this out of order. On Tuesday, we're gonna have Haley. So back to our regularly scheduled one for RPs. Hopefully, we'll have 7 Sins up soon. So, woot. All right, love you all.
See.
Bye. Good morning, New Hell City.
Bye.
Good morning, New Hell City.
Bye.